Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Hi, this is Ron Kinscherf. This is the Business Spotlight brought to you by Mercantile Bank. And we have Tyler Holt with Nutrition HQ. You are a hard man to nail down and get in here to do this.
Life has been kind of crazy.
A good crazy?
Yeah, good. You know, we have businesses grown. We're super thankful for that. And I know I've probably talked to you about it, but we have two kiddos, a 4-year-old and she's about 8 months old now, and they've kept
Keeps
me
you hopping,
busy.
yeah.
Yep,
so how long have you guys been there now? Or been in business?
Yeah, so we've been Nutrition HQ since 2015. I purchased the store in 2018, the same within 2 months of marrying my wife. So it was like a busy time frame right there.
Right.
But yeah, I've been around the health and fitness industry my whole life.
Have you?
Yeah, I grew up around it. My dad used to own GNCs. You know, when I'd go visit him in the summer, I'd be in the back of the store hanging out. And I've just always had this interest for, one, business and fitness.
So when someone walks into your store, so before I met you guys and been in and talked to you a little bit, I always thought it was a place where people who lift, you know, because when I see you guys on T-shirts and stuff like that, it's usually the bigger guys. But that's not necessarily the case, is it?
Yeah. So about 5 or 6 years ago, we really made this push to put out there that we help everybody. Okay. We used to be a real heavy sports nutrition store, so you kind of hit the nail on the head. You know, people working out, lifting. Well, as life's changed for me and a lot of my employees at work, we realize we're looking for ways to live a healthy lifestyle. So have more energy, be able to keep up with their family, their business. So the typical person you see walking through our stores is just everyday people like me and you, looking to keep up with life. Okay.
So when someone enters your store, do they generally have a problem or are they looking for a solution? So what is your typical customer like? Yeah,
that's a great question. And I've been speaking out in the public a lot recently, and I create this specific slideshow that talks about that. Hey, who comes through our door? Well, like some examples, it may be a teacher looking to keep up with her busy day. It may be a nurse that is super busy at work and doesn't have a chance to eat lunch, or they're looking for a meal replacement shake. It may be someone that has been told they need to supplement with an additional vitamin D. So usually it's someone looking for just more energy, life, maybe to lose weight, some to build muscle. I mean, we pretty much serve everybody, you know, since COVID. Geez, I can't believe it's been 5 years already, but you know, a lot of people are thinking about their immune system, vitamins and minerals. Hey, how do I keep my immune system up?
What about pain management, stuff like that?
We do have people coming in for inflammation, trying to manage their pain. Sometimes I have people coming in, they're going, hey, my doctor said, you know, my knees are hurting, they want me to lose a little bit of weight, so we're helping, helping them learn how to lose weight in a healthier way.
So is all the stuff that you're providing your customers natural?
Yeah, the majority of it's natural. You know, and in the word natural, you know, I put in quotations, can be debated different ways. So a lot of it's just natural vitamins and minerals, but then you get into the sweeteners. So sometimes people have questions about sweeteners. So sucralose is like a common one. I wouldn't consider that natural, but we have alternatives to sucralose.
But approved.
Yeah,
I mean,
So the way the health and fitness industry works is the FDA monitors everything, but you don't actually specifically take a product and go, hey, is this approved? They just keep an eye on everything, and if they hear something that's not adding up, then they'll dive into it.
So let's say I come into your facility, somebody else comes into your facility, we have similar problems. Will the thing you recommend work the same for me than it will for that other person? Because you got body chemistry and stuff like that to think about.
Yeah, not everybody meshes the same way. Or not everything will mesh the same way with everyone. So if you've come in and you've worked with us, especially me, I love to ask a lot of questions. Hey, have you ever taken anything before? How did it make you feel? I'm basically trying to gather information so I can find what's the right fit for you. There are some good catch-all products that I can recommend to a lot of people, but that doesn't mean it's always a sure fit, if that makes sense.
Don't you have some things people can stand on and measures type of stuff before you recommend product? You got to help me with that. I can't remember the name of it.
So it's called the InBody 270.
Yes.
It's a really cool piece of equipment. So it's a full body composition analysis, and people will come in and stand on it, and it will tell them how much muscle they have, how much water weight they have, you know, their basal metabolic rate, which is essentially how many calories they're burning a day if they did nothing. And it just is a tool that helps you track way more than just the scale. And what I mean by that is sometimes people are making a change to a healthier lifestyle, but they're, maybe the weight's not changing, but they're adding muscle and losing body fat. So what that means to me is, hey, with adding more muscle, their metabolism's getting faster, they're going to be stronger, healthier, and then, they're losing body fat, so they're losing inches, but maybe their weight's not changing, which is still a great thing, though, as long as you're adding muscle, which is going to, again, help you burn more calories.
Your employees that you have there, what amount of training are they required to have to be able to, help people like me or anybody else that comes in?
Yeah, so typically the employees that work at the store, I've been fortunate to work along some great people. A lot of us are just super interested in health and fitness. Several of us have nutrition certifications. Another thing I really look for is people that are just outgoing and enjoy helping people. I think that's such an important thing. Maybe they don't know the most about supplements and health and nutrition to start out with, but if they're willing to go out of their way and help people and really care about people, boy, they can learn other stuff.
Okay. So what do you got here? You brought some protein water.
These are new. So this is Bucked Up's protein water. They're carbonated. There's no caffeine in them. They're a whey isolate protein. So hey, what does that mean? Well, that's going to mean there's no lactose in there. They're easy on the stomach. And I brought 2 flavors: banana, pineapple, and orange cream. So I thought
I'm going to try the orange cream.
Yeah. Let me know what you think.
So when I think of protein water, I'm thinking it's going to taste like crap because it's water with some flavoring in it.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Some of them they can be rough. These guys did really well. They won Innovation of the Year at the Arnold with these.
That's actually pretty good. It almost tastes sweet.
It is, yeah.
But there's no sugar or anything in it, is it?
No, they did a really good job with those.
Oh, so why would someone take or do protein water? It's not going to hyper me up or anything like that, like a Red Bull or anything like that, or is it just?
Yep, no caffeine in there.
Is it an energy type thing?
Nope, no energy in there. So someone would use this because, when you talk about living a healthier lifestyle, usually getting more protein in can help with, building muscle, maintaining muscle, energy levels, metabolism. And I talk to a lot of people throughout the day, and a lot of us just aren't eating enough protein. So when you're not eating enough chicken, fish, eggs, beef, that's where you supplement with something like this, a powder or these protein waters.
Okay, so I'm trying to compare it to something that's out there that people would recognize. So, but it's not one of those things where you wake up and you're just dragging that you drink and get a burst of energy, a caffeine hit.
Yeah.
And then you're going to fall down.
Yeah.
Is that what you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. This is kind of an alternative soft drink without the energy. So it's like, hey, I'm looking for something, a juice. Instead of drinking a juice, they might go for something like this. Or
this isn't bad either. Sorry.
Really, instead of drinking another energy drink and getting more caffeine, they'll go for something like this because they're getting protein, no caffeine. It's just a great alternative to a soft drink.
Okay. Yeah, I was not expecting it to taste this well.
Which one do you like better?
Definitely the orange, but I'm an orange fan. And I'm a cream fan too. So
that is the number one right now.
Is it really?
So, yeah.
So would you drink a whole can of this, or can you?
Most people are drinking a whole can, but you can drink half of it.
It's not a meal replacement, though, is it?
I wouldn't consider it a meal replacement. Just let's say, I'll give an example. Maybe let's say someone's eating a salad at lunch and they're not having any chicken or any meat or eggs on there. Well, they could drink one of these with their salad, so they're getting some protein with their salad.
Okay. You got something else there that's, is this a new product that you guys got in? Or?
This is not a new product. This is TB16. So these are little stick packs of it. This is our number one product. What this thing's going to do is it's going to help give you energy. It's going to help fight cravings. It can help with the metabolism. It just helps you be more active, mood elevation. You just feel good on it. So how you said, hey, I'm looking for something to jumpstart my morning. This would be something you could jumpstart your day with. Or my favorite time to use it is midday. Okay, when you get midday, you're tired, I want a little extra boost. That's where this will come into play. Now, one thing I'd say maybe a little bit different is some of this stuff you can have this high and then this low. This is just a nice clean energy. Usually people aren't crashing off of it.
So I suffer from high blood pressure. Are things like this, and on medication, all that type of stuff? I got 2 questions here. So can you use these type of things with that type of medication?
Yeah.
I mean, you know where I'm coming from, because you don't want to caffeinate. Not that this is caffeinated, but.
That's a really good question. I feel pretty comfortable with using the protein. Now, when you get into stuff with a little bit of caffeine or stimulants in there, I think you need to be mindful, okay? So I say, hey, it's not bad to check with your physician, or if you do use something with this, just be mindful, or, hey, if it's making me feel a little different. Also, another way, like let's say you did TB16, I would maybe ease you into it and say, hey, start with half a packet or a quarter of a packet, because you just want to make sure it doesn't negatively react with you.
Right.
To answer your question, we have people with high blood pressure who use this a lot, but I just always say, hey, be mindful, and it doesn't hurt to check with your physician.
But is that part of the conversation you have with people that, hey, what else without sharing too much, what else are you using? Are you using blood thinner? Are you using anything along those lines?
So going back to asking questions earlier, that's where we're kind of trying to gather information and make sure there's not going to be something that's conflicting.
Yeah, okay.
And then if we do, we make recommendations. We say, hey, maybe you check with your physician in regards to that, because some stuff can interact definitely. And we would never want that to happen.
Okay. And so you're okay. So definitely consult with your physician if there's any concern, and you would actually recommend that before sending someone off with some of this stuff.
Yeah, and it really depends on the item. Again, like the protein, I'm like, hey, I feel pretty comfortable with you using that. Now, there's certain circumstances where maybe someone does need to watch their protein consumption, but something like this, when you get into the energy, certain particular products, you do want to be mindful and consult with your physician.
But again, everything you're offering the people, how do I word this? It's natural or been approved by. Yeah. It's not snake oil type stuff.
Yeah. So this is, if you would look at the back of the, well, this one doesn't have ingredients on there, but if you read the back of the label on like your TB16, you're going to see ingredients like cayenne pepper. You're going to see DIM. You're going to see fiber. So again, you're going to see a lot of natural ingredients. Okay.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry it's taken so long to connect.
Well, no, you'll pay for that later. Tyler Holt with Nutrition IQ. I'm Ron Kinscherf, and this has been the Business Spotlight, brought to you by Mercantile Bank.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.